So who just made a 14-minute YouTube video and it went tits up? So let's just try this again. First, my hair is luscious. Things need a little bit of a trim, but I'm gonna leave them alone. I was actually gonna go get my hair cut today. Decided against it. There was a lady a few weeks ago at the Paintsville Walmarts, but she was putting her 2 weeks notice in that day. But she was going to do some hair from the comfort of her own home, and she gave me her number. And I pray to God that I put it in my wallet, so because I will call her. Did I say that it was game day? I hope you have your supportive, UK attire on, whatever that may be. I stopped at the Piggly Wiggly on the way home, and then I went to the Walmarts where they have the 50% off of the Christmas items, which was fabulous. Didn't really find anything I wanted though. I wanted lights because that's like the best thing to buy at the end of Christmas because they're cheap, you know. But they didn't have a whole lot of variety, and I really don't know what my Christmas light scheme is going to be next year. So they have like the rope lights and that, which so I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Mahel, you got a bath. She needed a bath. And the car wash that I went to had some sort of, it wasn't wax, it was Rain-X. And I don't know if any of you have ever used the Rain-X. It's a quality product. So I got that twice. We covered Mahalia twice with it, so she's got extra protection. They did have the Tic Tacs, the candy cane Tic Tacs on sale for 50 cents a container, which is kind of a big deal because a container this size, which I love, is normally like $2. So 50 cents, I'm kind of set for a little while. So, and I don't know if I've told y'all how much I love the Febreze with the cane, but I do. And I found this, and I love it. And if you all think for 2 seconds that I won't use it as cologne, you're crazy, because I will. But I couldn't find the other bottles. I just found this one little bottle that could on the shelf by itself, which probably means it's one of those products that I'll fall in love with and never see again. So I have noticed, like the past week especially, I have a lot of people on my friend list, and I don't follow everybody, so I don't get every single person's status updates, but I get a lot. And I have really noticed, like especially the last week or so, a lot of people are having like the relationship times, and not the good relationship times. And I've seen a lot of people who are in toxic relationships. They are in abusive relationships. They are in unhappy relationships. And it makes me sad. It makes my heart sad because I've been there. You know, I've been there. And I think sometimes that we as people are so enamored and so in love with the idea of being in love that I think a lot of times we settle for less than what we deserve. We settle for things that in another time or in another place we would never settle for. We would say hell to the no. But I think sometimes we get lonely, we get lonesome, and I can attest to that because listen, for years I absolutely was tormented and feared being alone. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand the thought of it. It killed my soul. And so I would find myself in these relationships that I had no business being in, you know, but because I didn't want to be alone, it was like, oh, I can make this work. I can fix it. I'm a fixer. I'm a fixer. That's what I do. But some things you can't fix. You know, I think sometimes there are some things that are too broken to be fixed. And I think sometimes, in the spirit of self preservation, the best thing we can do is just kind of take a step back and breathe and understand that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to cry yourself to sleep at night. I would rather do that and be alone than be in a relationship and feel alone. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been in a relationship but yet you feel completely alone? It's a shitty feeling. It's not a good feeling. I think what happens as we get older, I'm in my 40s, and I think for me, what I've discovered is the things that I thought I knew in my 30s and the things I thought I knew in my 20s, I didn't know shit. No offense to those of you that are that age. However, for me, and I can only speak for me, I didn't know shit. I still don't know shit. But I'm trying. I try to learn as I go. And what I have discovered at this age is that I would much rather have a relationship that wasn't so easy. And before you say, what the hell are you talking about? Let me explain. So often we meet somebody and we get in this relationship and it's just like, awesome, you know, and it's really not. It's really not. We're lonely and we think it's awesome and we convince ourselves that it's awesome and we tell ourselves that it's awesome. And all of our friends are sitting there behind us saying, it ain't awesome. But we ain't trying to listen to them. We ain't trying to listen to that, and so then we go to making excuses. Then we go to doing this. And eventually, sometimes it takes a long time, but eventually we come to the realization that, hey, maybe they were right. This isn't so cool for me. But because the relationship was so easy in the beginning, we tricked ourselves into thinking, oh, that's cool, that's cool. At this point, for me, I would much rather have a relationship that maybe has a few bumps when it starts out. And I'll tell you why. When you first meet somebody and you get in that little honeymoon phase and the phase where they could just shit in the middle of the kitchen floor and you stand back and say, you ain't thinking with your head. You're not thinking logically and you're not thinking clearly. And it's an infatuation and it's excitement. And not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're looking for something that's going to last, it doesn't always work out good in the end. And I think what it comes down to is the basic law of attraction. What you put out into the world being what you get back. And I think when you meet the person that you're supposed to be with, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be sunshine and pie every single day because, let's face it, that would get a little boring. I think the measure of your success, not only as a person, but as a partner in the relationship, is your ability to deal with one another, your ability to communicate with one another, and your ability to interact with one another when things aren't so sunny and aren't so happy. Because let's face it, if you meet the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you're not going to go around with a freaking smile so wide you get chapstick on your earlobes every single day of your life. It's not going to happen. That's not realistic. Some shit's going to go down. Some things are going to happen. But it's how you deal with that as a couple. It's how you deal with each other. It's how you love and respect each other. And if you can do that, and you can do that effectively, you'll be fine. So, like I said, I've just seen a lot of turmoil this week, kiddos. And to those of you who are going through your stuff, you're in my mind, you're in my thoughts. I'm kind of silently rooting for you. And just be true to yourself. Realize your own worth. Realize that you matter. You know. That's all I got there. The holiday times. For those of you who completely fell off the wagon, I'm talking fell off the wagon with a chicken leg in one hand and a holiday pie in the other. Don't give up. We all do it. We all have our little holiday crazy time, and we get sick because let's face it, we're not used to eating that kind of stuff. I did. I ate some really good food the other day. Delicious food. But because my body wasn't used to it, it said, to hell with you, lady. So back on track today. And to the rest of you, get back on the wagon. Don't lay there with a chicken leg. Just don't. Just don't. Back on your wagons. It's a new day. So, game's about to start. We gotta go. I'm gonna clean my closet and handle my business and watch the game and listen to the sirens. And y'all take care.